No, genuinely. What the hell is this? What the hell is this?
What is this?
Can I have a sip?
Do you know drink iced tea? Never had iced tea?
Nah.
I've never had a view on it.
No, do you want to have a sip?
Can
Can we do a taste test?
Yeah, can we do a taste?
Now, in all honesty.
Yes, what's your mic?
Okay. No, G, can you sip it? Can you sip it? Sorry, no, because if you were going to sip it, I would have been frustrated at you because I was screaming. Can you sip it, taste it, and don't say a word? Then you do the same, and I'll do the same, and then we'll give a number from 1 to 10, okay? For the
I'm going
audio,
to say he'll like it.
for those listening who aren't watching, we are sipping, what's this? Lipton.
I've
Lipton,
never had
lemon.
iced
Is
tea.
it lemon? Iced
yeah,
tea?
yeah.
Out of a bottle.
They don't have the lemon.
No rating.
I'll tell you what, when you're on holidays in the sun, iced tea is one of the top 3 drinks you can have. Fact. It's also probably not as cold as it should be.
7.
Well.
Yeah, I think I'm 7.
I'm actually think I'm 7.
That was very enjoyable.
That was very good. That was very
I didn't want to be a 7. I wanted to slate it. I wanted to slate
Do
it.
you know what? I was
Very
meant to tee
nice,
up.
Gary.
I
Never
was
had
this.
iced tea.
No.
I was
Mine
almost.
all the time.
I was sipping, thinking, I want to slate
Yeah,
Bailey
yeah,
here.
exact same. I was.
But I tell you what, that was really tasty.
That was nice. That,
That
was
was
nice.
really
I'll give you
tasty.
the
It was,
credit.
man.
And I'm stunned because it's an awful looking bottle.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
terrible. It's
Terrible.
terrible.
Been like this for
Yellow
years.
and brown. I don't want to drink that. And I probably will never drink it again. But it was tasty.
More,
feel
they sell
I one
1.5
thing-
litre bottles of Lidl, taste the exact same, and they're way cheaper.
Lidl?
One
And
thing
you
I
can
would
get it
say,
at
I
McDonald's
feel-
in Amsterdam.
Tastes like chemicals, the little.
Oh, I tell you what though. There's a lemon, right? There's a lemon drink in Aldi. Lads, it costs about 4 cents. It's 2 litres. Put that in a little bit of Big's household fridge ice. Oh my God, in summer.
Is it like Sprite,
Oh my
like
God.
fizzy lemonade? Or
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
like Fanta lemon.
It's meant to be a Fanta lemon knockoff. Oh my God. It bites back.
Joke. What'd you say?
It bites back, baby.
When you say the Big's fridge or the Big's ice cubes, is that what you said?
I just said the Big's household fridge ice.
Is that one of them fridge ice that you like?
Do
you have one of them?
Although I was giving it to Mad the other day about it, right? Because I was trying to put. I was trying to put ice in your bottle, Niall. I was trying to put ice in your bottle. Do you know your metal bottle you have? We do, but crushed ice is rotten. It's nowhere near as nice as cubed ice. Nah. Cubed ice is pure. If it's but see, you're not listening to me. You're not listening to me. If it's ground up, right? Within like 2 minutes, it's melted, and it's just you've got a thick drink.
I
Well,
agree.
if it's iced, it's gonna stay there by the time you drink it.
That's true.
Okay, so that's my reason. Irregardless, I try to put it in. The ice, yeah, when you go click the button, do you know the way you want it to go into a cup or whatever? It just goes everywhere. It was all over the floor. I was trying to catch one here, over here. It was awful.
Yeah, terrible functionality.
I was stunned. I was like, how can they not get
Also,
this right?
how many glasses have we put to the glass graveyard in the previous fridge? Because when you put the glass in, it just cracked. The
just
glass
cracked.
just cracked.
You pushed against the oak?
Too much pressure.
In the
Yeah,
freezer
so
thing?
then you need to vernac.
Like
so
when you
let's say
pressed
this,
against
say
it,
this
yeah?
was a cup, for example, you need to put your hand in under the cup and push it with your hand. That's preposterous.
Ah, it's a joke.
Preposterous. But nevertheless, Niall, closest to the thingy.
What was the first year that the English football league first division was played?
1876.
I'm trying to think. I was only
English-
talking last night.
English first division. So when?
Yeah, it's kind of
1876.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what was the accent?
it ran until 2004. Obviously, that's when the Premier League came in, and there was the whole thing with the championship coming in. But basically, originally there was probably just one division. So
I'm gonna. What'd you say?
1876.
Was there not a change between like, old
1908.
school? Yeah, I'm gonna say 19 something.
This is annoying.
You just scored.
No, because I was talking yesterday about the oldest stadium in the world. Do you know which stadium it is? The
In
oldest
England?
stadium, yeah. Oh, but actually, it's not in England. It's in the UK. That's a hint.
Scotland.
What's the name? Wrexham.
Wrexham.
Yeah. And
It
it's
is. It was in the show.
yeah.
And I'm,
But I googled it and it said Bramall Lane, and then the next one said Wrexham, and then like the next one said Bramall Lane.
Weird.
So I didn't actually do too much googling because I didn't actually check the dates. But it's either Wrexham or
Great
Bramall.
info,
Thanks, Kinger.
But it was
Jesus.
around 1870. It was around the 1870s, I think.
But that doesn't mean the first division was formed.
Correct. That's why I'm thinking
would've
it's
played Farmers
after the
League back then.
1870s, and I'm thinking Shells are 1895 and
Celtic are 1888.
Celtic are 1888. So I'm thinking 18. 1882. What did you say, Gary?
1876.
Okay, I'll go 1882.
Yous have all played it around 1800. What you say? 1908.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go 1910. I'm gonna go closer.
Oh wow, yeah.
So because otherwise
Yeah,
I'm
no,
just
yeah,
playing
right,
around
yeah.
the game. I'm playing the
It
game.
could be like 1950s or whatever. I think.
Or it could be younger.
Yeah.
That's what I'm only
Niall,
thinking.
hit us with the answer.
It's like 1950, is it?
1888.
What did I say?
1882.
Same year as Celtic.
What did I
Yeah,
say?
Celtic. When you said the Celtic year,
What did I say?
82. And Gary was like 78.
I was
think,
closer.
right?
Yeah.
What you say?
1876.
What you say?
1880. I don't know.
No,
1882 or
my
something.
point of reference for that was Celtics 1888. That's crazy.
You should have just said that.
Yeah, I should have said 1888.
Well,
Celtics was my
hindsight, but why
made you go
reference.
lower?
That's
Just like-
crazy.
Because I thought Celtic weren't the first club. You know what I mean? I thought maybe there would have been a few more.
I'm surprised because I
Shit.
thought it would
How
have
do you know about Celtic?
the
I
division
wouldn't
would
know
have
that.
It's like the
I
biggest
can
thing on
see
their
it. I
badge.
can actually
Really,
see it.
yeah?
now that
Yeah,
you
yeah.
said it. Yeah.
I used to love Celtic jerseys. They underrated kits.
They make great-
Celtics,
they make
amazing
great jerseys.
jerseys.
Me and Foxy always debate this. He hates a what you call it, like a Blackburn kit, like is it hooped? No,
Stripes.
Striped.
They wear stripes.
striped or
Blackburn.
hooped?
But hooped. Home
Hooped-
Farms is
hooped
hooped.
is that
Home
way.
Farms
Yeah.
is hooped.
I can't remember it's a stripe or
Stripes is
hoops
that
he
way.
hates.
Stripes is
Stripes.
down.
and
But I
hoop.
rate both kit. Well, depends. Obviously, someone can
Actually-
obviously be rotten, but
Blackburn Rovers and Stella Maris. It's the
It's
same one with
striped.
the with the
That's
cut in the middle.
bonkers,
That's,
isn't
it is
but
hooped,
also,
yeah.
that's not striped. I think that one's like, that's a
half and
double.
half.
It's a half.
I actually really
Yeah.
like that kit, man.
yeah.
Stella's and
Right. Here's
Blackburns.
one. I remember we were discussing like who the like some clubs just don't have an away kit like Villarreal. So we're talking about for football kits, right? Who consistently has a top kit?
Napoli.
Napoli are
They
out
fluffed it
there.
this year. I
AC
think they
Milan.
fluffed it this
Out
year.
there.
Do you don't think it's always the same though?
But it's
Puma
it's
lost me.
pure though, isn't it? Yeah, Puma did lose it a little bit, but an AC Milan jersey, you know what you're gonna get.
Italy.
Pure.
It is pure.
Italy.
I don't
was
like
about
the
to- I
Italian
was about
jerseys.
to say
Oh, I don't like the
Spurs.
Azzurri. I swear to God,
Wow.
I'm gonna
Spurs
be
are
anti.
dodgy
Yeah.
away.
Wow.
I don't like
Personally.
the color.
Italy. I
I
just
don't
think
like
are the
it.
top of the
Brazil,
top.
Brazil's one.
Yeah.
The Brazil.
Brazil,
first year,
Nigeria
yeah.
recently with
Brazil
the
and
Nike thing
Holland
have been
are kind
nice.
of
Yeah.
timeless, aren't they?
Who?
Like Holland, the Netherlands.
Yeah. Very nice. Black and orange. Come on.
Yeah, Real Madrid.
Yeah, Real Madrid. Great
Real
shout, man.
Madrid, yeah.
Great
Don't like the
shout.
recent one.
You're
Though.
talking about just specifically like it's very hard to get a home kit and away kit.
No, I'm
consistent
just
for,
talking
like,
about
a
you look
decade.
at it, you're like, oh, they always have a
Spurs
nice kit.
home
No,
kit
Joe,
is
what were we
lethal.
saying? Last
Yeah.
5 years, PSG.
Yeah. That's what I'm
PSG.
saying, yeah.
PSG make the nicest kits ever. Yeah, but I don't like the colour on a lot of the older Ajax ones, man. I don't like a colour that
No, I'd go Ajax.
just like
Yeah.
splits. No, modern day Ajax, lovely, yeah.
Yeah, Real Madrid's a good shout. What about Barcelona? Barcelona's kits are
They went
iconic.
a bit
lads.
ropey though, didn't they? Didn't they have a few dodgy ones recently enough?
I don't think so.
The yellow and orange one they had, that little bleeding Capri Sun chat. That
I'm
was
talking
not
about
nice.
they're just their home kit though.
Yeah, home kit's fresh.
Joe,
Yeah,
what
lovely
kids
colours.
were scary. Remember Messi in that blue kit? They're like turquoise with the kit.
We'll play United and
Oh,
Skulls.
I
knocking
think we
out.
Is that
stop
when he
about
done
that.
Skulls?
Tell me about a few more players and kits. You know Ronaldo in the purple.
Oh,
In the
noodle hair
purple Real
Ronaldo.
Madrid.
Noodle hair Ronaldo.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Man.
Gerrard and the Liverpool Warrior one sticks out for me as well. Suarez. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Warrior, what a
Zebra
brand.
Pog.
Me and Morgan were only saying that actually about how
Zebra Pog always scored. Remember the black and white
Zebra
Zebra United top?
And
He
Cavani,
always
Cavani,
scored. And
Cavani.
Cavani as well.
Zebra
Yeah.
Pog. Me and Morgan were only talking about football boots. We're saying like, geez, it's so hard to break into the market with a boot because the likes of Nike and Adidas just swamp up the talent. But I was saying, geez, I think there's a spot in the marketplace for a real high end quality boot that only does sports boots. So the problem is like obviously they wouldn't have the budget to get the same suppliers or the same quality, whatever. But like, remember Warrior came in
Yeah.
and they just stole the show with their boots.
Yeah.
But they only exclusively sold football boots.
Yeah,
They didn't do anything else. I thought that was amazing how they could just break in to the Premier League. They did, yeah. They made a balls of it. Warrior boots were unbelievable. They're like the last pair of boots I can remember that were outside of like the big four.
And we're mad.
I,
That
I,
were
I had
tops.
2 pairs of Warrior boots.
And then they went too small for you, and I
Yeah.
bought them all.
I had the white. I'd like to get a photo of this now. I would pull up. I had a white pair with the orange.
They're Japanese, aren't they?
I can't remember what they were.
Or Chinese.
Warrior,
something.
but the orange W for Warrior, and then it had like remember the little spikes that go around it.
Like a
the
dragon.
orange. They were absolutely class, and the leather of them and all. They were so like
It's mad, yeah.
so mobile.
proper
I
dipped.
thought they were unreal.
Yeah, they were great boots. Like the outside of Nike, Adidas, Puma, and let's say for example like Under Armour would be big in the States. Like New Balance obviously came to the party late, but they're like the only boots. I was saying there has to be space for like say for example a top pair of boot, like 600 quid. Like it'd be kind of like on the luxury side. I know you were saying like not Off-White, sorry, Stone Island done a collab with New Balance, but New Balance have all the supply chain. I'm talking about an exclusive
standalone
luxury standalone pair of football boots. But it'd be so hard to break into just commercially. But I don't know, be cool.
It would be cool. It would be cool to see who would wear it. If Joe.
Oh, Memphis Depay or something. One of them, absolute.
Absolutely.
First part that came to my mind too.
Very, very good show. Yeah, very good show. Who else would rock like a funky, like not even funky.
The problem
but
is
standout-ish,
all
outlandish.
the top 200 players in the world are all locked into contracts. I'd say.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah.
Tony Cruz isn't. No, he's been wearing the same boots for like 10 years.
Does he wear
No, he wears
black
the
out?
Addy Pures.
Addy Pures,
The white and blue Addy Pures, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like they remade them just for him.
Isn't that mad? Yeah, they can do that. He can just go down his hair.
Sort me out.
Sort me out.
I won the Champions League there the other day.
He's an underrated baller.
Sort me out.
It pisses me off that fashion companies create these staple points of culture and they just discontinue them. That annoys me. Like CTRs, for example, or just other like boots are just so iconic. Why would you discontinue that? I just don't get
Like
it.
the Predators back in the day, that everyone, and then they brought it back and they weren't as good.
Yeah, I would love. Actually, this would be a really cool podcast. Somebody that really understands the intricacies of. I know Niall. Oh, not Niall. Sorry. I always mix Niall.
Oh my god.
Niall Rush and Ryan O'Connor up. Always.
Carol.
I always
all
mix
over
up.
the place.
Ryan's gonna be on soon anyway. But Ryan would understand the intricacies of it, I suppose. But
But you wonder, like C-Tours were so popular, surely. Why? What was the?
like, why discontinue a CTR? I mean, it was like the most popular boot on the planet for years.
And then they combined the Mercurials and the things, didn't they? No.
It went from so they had
Mercurial's been out for years.
they had
man.
mercurial vapors. Right?
Yeah.
Vapors and Mercurials combined, no? Or Hypervenoms and.
No, hypervenoms are gone now, aren't they?
Yeah, I
Because
think
now
they
you've
are,
got
man.
Tiempo,
Yeah.
you've got
Phantom.
Phantoms, and you've got mercurials. That's it. Mercurial vapors. That's all you have.
Vapors and Mercurials used to be separate, didn't they? And they put them.
Yes.
together,
Possibly,
I think
yeah.
so.
Possibly, yeah. They used to have. There was definitely 4, and they used to have a spearhead per boot. So like Ramos was the Tiempo head, and then they're like, well, we have Van Dijk, bin him, so now he's with New Balance or Puma, isn't he?
Ramos.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's wearing New Balance. Let me check.
Then Sterling and Rashford were neck and neck for Nike, and they're like, bin Sterling, keep Rashford. So now and then Sterling went to New Balance because Nike completely changed their whole protocol for sponsoring players. They didn't need 20 top footballers. They only needed 4 to represent the top 4 boots. Now people are going to wear their boots anyway, but they cut the contracts of Neymar. Remember that? They cut Neymar's contract. They cut Ramos's contract. They cut Sterling's contract and other players like
Ramos is wearing Mizuno.
Oh, Mizuno.
Lads, they're
yeah.
sick.
Show me.
Great. Cool.
Look at that boot.
Oh yeah, player.
Yeah, he's so fresh.
Mizuno's are nice pairs of boots actually as well. Again, they're huge in
Italy.
Yeah.
Italy,
Yeah.
and they're also huge in
Japan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huge in Japan, which is cool.
Are they Japanese?
It sounds like a Japanese name, doesn't it? Mizuno?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're Italian.
Is it? Are they Italian?
I'm gonna double
I
check.
guess Italian, but
A lot of boots are made in a thing. Do you remember the Pantafolos I had?
Oh, I
there?
was
you
just
go.
gonna
I
say,
was
what's the
thinking
name of
of
that brand that is like
Pantofolo,
Italian? Yeah.
I had it all black, nothing, no branding, no
Japanese,
nothing,
lads.
just flat leather black.
Yeah, Japanese. It's Japanese
They
company.
were unbelievable.
I had a pair like that. They were Pelés. Did you ever see them? The black Pelés. I found them in the Astro one day. You know?
who leaves them? Like
Honestly,
that?
a
What?
well, not brand new, but a pair of fully functioning Pelés.
What were your first pair of boots, Daly?
That I can remember.
A very vivid pair.
Same. I remember my first pair of boots. Was your first pair of boots not the ones from Dunn's, man? No.
Yeah, definitely like all that kind of probably.
Yeah, no,
films
okay,
and stuff,
but the first time you're like, oh, I'm
the
wearing
youngest I
boots,
can
look at
remember
me.
is the T90s that like Giggs and Rooney and all used to wear. They're like like.
Giggsy was Reebok.
That's
no,
nuts.
Did he not go T90? Oh no, sorry,
No,
it
he
was
was,
Rooney.
yeah.
It was
Reebok,
with the
yeah.
circle
He was, yeah.
like on them, like proper old
Yeah,
school T90.
yeah, they're
So
class.
I'm gonna actually find out what year they are.
Okay, I remember you used to wear. You definitely had about 10 pairs of boots before that. I knew you when you had those boots. My first pair of boots were a pair of Puma Kings that I got in
Same.
a sports shop in Maynooth, where the vet is now in the car. Sorry, the new Costa. Remember there used to be a small little sports shop there upstairs. It was like someone's garage up there, man. It was disgusting. I swear to God, they were like, it's like if there was rats knocking around it, I would have like not even batted an eye. Also, speaking of animals, there was a bird just living in our attic, lads, the last week.
Lads, he was out to get me though. Do you remember I said it flies and dies? He watched the podcast. He was out for me. He was out for me. I'm telling you. He was in there. I was working, so I found him by myself. I didn't find him. I heard him. I was typing, and I heard this rattle. And there's always rattles upstairs. If you've been upstairs, there's noises every so often. There's birds also always on the roof. And then the door. I was like, huh? And then I was like, then I could hear the flapping. I was like, that's a bird, that's a bird. So I ran downstairs. Didn't go upstairs for 2 hours later because my dad had to go deal with it. Because I don't deal with them flyy
Morgan's a
things,
bitch,
man. I'm such a wuss.
Nah, he's a bitch.
Such a wuss for things that fly. Did you ever hear the bat story, me and Amy?
It's a bird.
Oh,
It's
this
a
is
Oh,
bird.
wow.
a little sweat.
Right.
Like a
Long
blackbird.
story short, Dave.
Picking up now.
There was a bat, right?
Oh
So me and Amy were watching telly. We could hear the chirping for like half an hour
Is this in your house?
in the gaff, right? Scary. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fully scary.
Right. We heard it, but we didn't think about none of it. And I turned around and I seen something fly.
Like that.
My heart went. So I jumped up and started screaming. And Amy was just sitting there kind of calm. And then I was like, right, we're going to have to actually get it out. But I can't do it. Like, I can't do it. I'm not going to do it.
What,
Like, I won't even look at
I
it.
can't imagine you screaming. Like,
No, it's just, so they're like, ah! It was mostly just like, and then my heart's like, I am so scared of them.
So
Like,
funny.
it's so, and not even like, if it touches me, I'll spasm, like, and like, I can't go near them. So, we obviously had to get it out the back door, right? We had to get it out the back door. So, I am opening the door with the keys, and the thing is flying, because it's starting to panic. So, it's flying around the room, and Amy's there, like, right, what should we do? And she got a blanket, but in this whole time, you can't even communicate with me because I'm just shit.
it's gone. Like,
So I'm outside the door, and Amy had a good tactic. So every time she got the blanket, as it was flying towards the door, she tried catch it with the blanket and almost like catch it and then yeet it out at the same time. But then eventually we're like, right, she's gonna have to catch it. But every time she's done it, I'm out the back, out the back door, behind it, like this. Go, do you have it? Do you have it? And every time we would come around, but then every time she swung, I'd close the door because I didn't want it to hit me. So it just kept staying in. So every time she'd swing, I'd close the door. I was like, we're not gonna make any progress here. Yeah. Yes, very
Catch him,
similar. Yeah.
Daddy.
Catch him, Daddy. Very similar, except he had no fear. I have the fear. Eventually, Amy caught it in the blanket and didn't have to like hoist it out in the same movement. It was in the blanket. So I opened the door, and then as she was walking out the door, I sprinted past her to get back inside and close the door on her. And then we let it go. And it survived. And I survived. Oh my God. But anyway, yeah. Probably the worst
Morgan's
day of my
walking in the sea. If he puts his foot in the water, he goes.
No, I've no problem with it. But if something touches me in the water, I can't see it. Do you not get that?
A little
Do you
bit, yeah.
feel that?
No, I get that.
And I've no problem with the
even
water.
seaweedy
Just
stuff like that sort of stuff. Yeah,
Get off me, like. Come on. I know
no.
I'm in your gaff and all, but like, think of me. Think of my feet. Think of my feet.
I used to have Pet Budgie.
Anyway.
I had a
Huh?
Pet
Oh,
Budgie.
Pet Budgie.
And
What's his name? Carlos?
he actually never got a name. We didn't get that far.
Oh, not like this. Not like this.
Had him for like a month. And
I think you didn't get that far. You had him for a month. I thought you meant a day or so. and he
You had a
passed.
full-on bird living in your gaff without a name.
yeah, I couldn't name it. I couldn't
Budgie.
decide.
Yeah, Budgie.
I never fully decided on a name. I couldn't decide on a name.
what were
it
the
was like a
options?
blue little budgie, like Bluebell or like I think Stella was one of them or something stupid like something
Mock
stupid.
the
Chelsea was one of it. But we kept him in a little cage. Never let him out of the cage, right? And I went to Lanzarote with my family. And my mom gives me she got a phone call, and she comes over to me and was like, "We need to have a chat." And I was like, "Why? What's the story?"
Chelsea, she's gone.
He goes, "The budgie, Brian, who's my brother, Brian let the budgie out of the cage and it died." And I was like, "It died?" I was like, "We left Brian home with the budgie and it died. How did it die? It just got out of the cage and I think it panicked and it just died." And to this day, I still believe my brother must have killed it or something, because there's no way a budgie comes out of the cage, flies up to the top of the kitchen, and just died. It just died. And then I was like, "So what? Where did you put it?" They just put it in the bin, in the brown bin, in the bag. Off it goes. Me budgie for a month. He never got a name. couldn't even.
Okay, you're gonna be desperate if you ever have a kid. The kid be walking around no name for 3 weeks.
And as a result, I got a dog out of it. My mum felt bad for me because I was crying on my budgie.
Well, that's a huge win.
My mum
That
was
is a
crying on my budgie, and she got me a dog.
That's a W in my
only
books.
a dog,
That's a
man.
W in
And
my
he's still
books.
kicking. He's still kicking.
Yes,
now,
sir.
yeah.
What's his name?
Ronnie.
Haven't named him.
Ronnie. He's 12.
Might be Ronnie. Might be
Messi.
Right, we were on boots.
No, could we talk about our lizard story, Morgan? When we lost the lizard for like an hour, bleeding gas. We had a leopard gecko for about 6 years. Yeah, proper huge oak lads. He was about that big, I'd say.
What was his name? Dasher.
Yeah, Dasher. Yeah, because he was quite quick. Do you know, like in The Incredibles, the younger kids
Yeah,
called
yeah.
Dash. So we called him. It was Dash, not Dasher. Dash. Anyway, you could take him out and actually like let him roam. He was a good crack, like. But anyway, me and Morgan brought him out into the garden like a real dinosaur. We wanted to make it like real exotic. Anyway, me and Morgan got distracted. My dad goes, "You're gonna lose that lizard." I was like, like we were knocking around playing ball. I said, "Shit, we lost the big lizard." Called me dad over. He's like, "Yes." So the three of us had to like. Do you ever see like those missing people? Like, do you ever see the film Prisoners when they're walking through the field and there's like a big line of people? That's what me and my dad and Morgan had to do. But you had to tiptoe because if you stood him, he was dead. Like, so we're there like scouring the grass. Like, where is he? Where is he? Where is he? I felt like something out of Animal Planet, like a nature documentary. Anyway, there I see him scouring the fence, trying to get under and escape forever. We were about, I'd say, probably about a minute off him.
Imagine a whole new tribe of them just living out in Tipperary.
No, lads, here's a story, right? Patrick Elliott. Patrick, who he listens. Hey, Patrick.
And he does our blog.
Patrick does our blog.
And he was also on this podcast.
Yeah, I know that. I'm getting to that. But he works with us.
Did you catch the lizard?
Yeah,
Oh, we got him.
you got him.
We got him. He died from natural
He's
causes.
in the brown bin now.
Yeah, he was the brown bin. A lovely guy. Anyway, Patrick had a corn snake, lads, right? Corn snakes. Yeah, corn snake, lads, right? Lost the corn snake escaped the vivarium. What?
What type of animal?
A corn snake. What are you talking about? Escaped the vivarium. Also, did you know a reptile enclosure is called a vivarium? Did you know that? Well, there you go. King or happy, bleeding Tuesday. Escaped the vivarium, lads. I'm going to guess a year later.
What?
More than a year.
What escaped? What?
Stop.
Would you
Stop.
stop?
Brilliant.
You're
That's
ruining my
too
story here.
Too much.
The snake escaped the vivarium. Doesn't he only pop up under the decking a year later, still alive?
Under the decking.
Swear to God, lads.
What was he eating?
Wow.
Rats, wasn't he?
Probably rats and mice, I'd
Eating
say.
rats,
I'm gonna get Patrick. Patrick needs to confirm the timeline here, but I'm gonna say it was more than a year that snake escaped.
That's mad. And that he didn't go any further.
Yeah, just roamed under the.
Imagine you're out in your garden in
Oh,
Lucan.
stop.
In Lucan.
Stop
Letting the
the
dog out
lights.
for a walk. And you hear, yep!
Stop.
And you go over to the dog and there's a big corn snake hanging out
Are
of
they
him.
big?
Stop.
It was long, but I mean, they're not venomous or anything like that.
Oh.
They'll get you though. Don't kid yourself. The corn snake will get you.
Very interesting. Though. I'll double back now with Patrick and see if the stories with the timeline.
That is
But
bonkers.
yeah, interesting story. Jeez, I forgot about that. It's a mad scene. But yeah,
What
reptiles.
was
No,
your first pair of boots?
Puma Kings. Already said that though.
King, what was your first pair of boots?
I think mine were Puma Kings as well. But I didn't buy them. Someone bought them for me. I think my dad bought them for me because he's like, Puma Kings, you're a king, Kieran King, Puma King. Put them on you.
Plug that into the mix.
But I think the
Studs,
ones,
Underrated second name.
the
man.
ones that I actually wore would have been, and I'm going to sound a bit young here, but you know, like the blue CTRs that were like light blue and then a darker
Yeah.
blue and a yellow tick
Uh-huh.
Yes.
and a bit of white. I
Jack
think.
Wilshere.
Yeah, them.
Mm.
jokes.
But like, how they're the earliest I can remember wearing.
They're nice boots.
Yeah, they're the
Star.
tops. Yeah,
Star.
stars you meant to go on.
Mine were Gola.
Really?
Remember
Gola? Where
Yeah,
are they?
pair of Golas. Black and white.
All the little
Plain
bands.
Jane.
When did you pull the trigger on your first pair of boots that you really wanted?
I've no idea.
No.
No idea. No idea.
You got custom boots when you signed for Home
Got
Farm, remember
custom
them?
boots, yeah. They're actually rotten. I
used to
still
wear-
have a pair of them.
White and gold Preds, actually. I wore them for a while. Oh, old
Oh,
boots, yeah.
I do remember them. I remember them, yeah. You were wearing them out in the, what's it called? Highfield. The college pitch.
Oh, yeah.
Highfield. Is
yeah.
that what they call that?
Yeah, it's a goal there.
That's where the heads and volleys were back in the day.
Is it
Hip
called
now.
Highfield?
Yeah,
Highfield, yeah. Highfield pitches or whatever in the college.
Yeah.
Finn's Jen will never know that. It's a kip now.
Ah, they're all Benjis now, though.
Carabenji.
Kids, like, no, knocking ball around,
Nah, that's fair.
unfortunately. Do you play head and volleys now when you're
I was
younger?
just gonna say this. I think there's a shortage. I know it's common, but there's a shortage of kids out on the street playing ball. I played head and volleys, yeah. Heads and volleys. I played squares. Did I talk about? I talked about danger box here. Was it?
Yeah, I think,
Was it here? I talked about danger box.
I think so.
I used to play that with my best mate. We just like on the road, like the
Yeah.
box.
That says danger.
Oh,
do
yeah.
not touch. Keep away.
It was here, King.
Was
You
it
were
here?
smashing
And
football.
we were
up.
smashing
Yeah.
balls up. Yeah.
Always, yeah.
Squares. Yeah, I think we did talk all about this. Yeah.
We done World Cup and all, but we had like proper grass areas. The great thing about Maynooth is the college on the old side. Every pitch is accessible. Now they intentionally don't cut the grass now, so people can't play. And I hate that shit. I mean, we were causing zero harm.
The same people who do that, then they're like, the kids aren't down enough anymore. Or
I know, a lot of shit.
So hard to get anywhere to play football these days. If you wanted, like if you're a kid.
Yeah, like an Astro.
Yeah.
You have to hop the fence or you get kicked out. And listen, I get it, but I also.
I remember I was coaching in Hardwick. You ever go Hardwick flats? The Hardwick street flats.
Hardwick used to be like a
football team.
cult football team.
Yeah. So it's like a flat complex, and like all the flats go around. So say the Astro's in the middle, all the flats go
that the
around
San
the
Siro?
Astro. No, that's up in Ballymun.
Oh,
I think that's gone actually. Is that?
It is gone now.
It is gone.
But
Oh, yeah, there's Ballymun.
this is like all the flats go around, and there's like a little 7-a-side Astro, and all the kids just constantly on and off it. Like, and I went coaching, and it was a real sunny day, so I could only use half the pitch because the other half was like a, what do you call it, a paddling pill? A paddling pill. So they
Yeah.
had a massive paddling pill. One of the Mars just had all the kids jumping in the paddling pill, and I was like, "How can I coach? There's a paddling pill in the centre circle." Like, so I had to like make a deal with her that she'd go down the corner with the paddling pill, so I could do the football on this
That's
side.
crazy, man.
It was nuts.
I remember doing a session for Stella Maris in Albert Park. Is that what it is?
Aber College.
Albert College, yeah, which is beside DCU.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
Won the game there.
we played a few games there, but this is at the back of it on the DCU side. It was a gorgeous day with 24 degrees. So I was setting up things, and then out of nowhere, a crowd. I mean, lads, about 1,000 people just started like day drinking. It was like 6 o'clock.
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
So there was just a full on crowd watching the training session. But it was weird. People are kind of respectful for sports. They kind of like leave you your space. But like there was like a group of lads like drinking cans, just watching the game. Like it was just a training game. It was 9v9 or something. Like genuinely just like watching it. Then you get like the assholes that don't care about football and knocking like schlitters and bleeding rugby balls across. And we had to pull up about half an hour early because just can't have kids knocking around with drinking everywhere.
That's mad.
But the start of it was good crack. Like
Yeah.
people were genuinely interested in it. It was good. fun.
Albert College is a great spot. Great spot.
Chatting and clapping. Like we had a few ballers in the team to be fair. So if you pop a nutmeg or something, like
What's that with Stella?
yeah. It was back when it was we were 12s and then Foxy's team were 11s. So there was a good crop of players there for 2 age groups.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's good crack. The good old days, man. The good old days. That feels like I was only thinking about it in the car today. That whole time at Stella feels about like 10 years ago. When it was only 4 years ago. Not even
Stella's
5
a good
maybe.
club.
7 years now.
It's mad how it only has like
When
one.
we started maybe, but I was in it was first year college when I started in Stella.
Yeah, shouldn't that be like 7-8 years ago?
What?
Yeah, we're
It would be. You've done 3 years, then a master's, and then it's been like 3 years since that. You're an elf, G.
How many years?
Yeah.
You're probably looking at about
You
4,
were in
5,
first
6,
year in
7.
college when you were
I'm looking
19.
at about
like,
7 years, G. 7 years, it would be.
8 years.
Maybe even 8 years.
But the lads are like under what? 7
years.
They're under 8. Oh, they're under 18s now, decent, aren't they?
14 years it was, yeah.
Under 18s.
It was about 16 years ago now.
And I had them at 9s, lads. Under 9s when I started with them there, playing under 18s.
Yes, 9 years.
17
8
years
years,
ago,
8
yeah.
years.
Jesus Christ, lads. The hell's happening? Where's time going?
I tell you what. No, I tell you what though.
Don't.
No, we won't unwind G. But it's like February. Well, when we're recording this, it's what?
Second.
It's February 7th, and in 6 minutes it's gonna be February 8th. What's the crack? What's going on?
Honestly.
We're nearly halfway through Q1.
What is going on? We may as well start the summer vibes, huh?
It is getting brighter.
It is summer vibrations.
Question: when you were a kid, what was your like favorite snack or like because you just mentioned being a kid. Like, if you went to the shop, what was the one thing you were like, I
Oh,
want
lads. You know that Jones? Do you ever get Jones? And you open the lid and you read what's inside the lid. What was even inside the lid? No, can you remember?
The hell's a Jones?
You don't know what Jones?
No.
Oh, lads. The glass bottles. Do you know what I'm talking about?
green and blue.
Yeah.
Give it a shot. Give it a
Show
look.
you,
I think
I'll
I
show
will know.
know them, guys.
I'll show you.
You'll know them.
Jones cream soda.
Yeah.
What? Is he still a product?
I never had them,
I
but I
haven't
know
seen them in
Tom.
years. Do you remember them?
No.
You
I do
don't?
remember.
No,
Show me
man.
again.
Can you buy them
I
now?
swear to God,
Yeah,
no.
I
They'd
never
have
bought.
mad phrases, I think, inside the lid.
Yeah.
Let me find out what they had inside the lid.
No, I never had that.
Tell you what,
before,
I'm a sucker for, lads, and still to this day, I was only thinking about doing it today. Blue raspberry bonbons.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they're solid. They're solid.
Oh my god. From Eurosaver? Oh my god. They were so soft. It
Yeah.
was like €1 for a big bag of them.
That's tarp.
Oh
That's
my
tarp.
god. Yeah,
That
but
has
see,
hit me different.
these ones were just. Do you know when you get bonbons in those like ugly sweet shelves? They're just too thick. I think they're just too thick. When you get these Eurosaver ones, they have the same taste, probably a little bit more to it, and they were just horrendous. But take the hit. Take the hit.
I've got two shouts here. The first one is animal bars. I think they were underrated.
Sick.
Yeah.
It's really underrated. And then the green long rasher things. I can't remember the name. Do you know the pack?
Love.
Oh man, they're ridiculous. Do you
Little
know the?
fortunes.
The rashers.
I think they are called rashers,
Yeah.
but the company specific. Do you know it's when it's the
Yellow.
sweets that are hanging on a. They're hanging like if you go to Super Value, if you go to the checkout, and then there's like the sweets that are like on a. Do you know there's
know
like
what you
a
mean.
cardboard thing. There's like a little hole and it's on a hook, but then the wrapper is a yellow thingy with the eyes. Is it? I don't know
No,
what
it's look, or look. I'm looking at it
Yeah.
right here. I
Can
don't
you
know. I
show
don't know
King
what
of
it
the
was
logo?
originally, but I just know what it is. That's it there.
Oh, boys. Oh, that's them, Morgan. That's them. Show the camera. Show the camera. My God, lads. No.
I don't know them.
Those sweets, the thing that killed
don't
John
know them?
Wayne. They are sick.
And then they had the flying saucer yolks, and
They were
then
just sugar.
Oh, man. I used to devour them.
yeah, tops.
I wouldn't have been a big sweet man. I would never have been a big sweet man. Like stuff like that. Jones. Golf jawbreakers. Do you ever get jawbreakers? And golf balls.
Didn't like
Toxic
them, though.
waste.
Did you know?
Remember them?
No, I didn't.
I wouldn't have gone as far as toxic
Oh,
waste.
Hubba Bubba.
Hubba
Hubba
Bubba,
in
yeah.
general.
Hubba Bubba.
At the round Hubba Bubba.
Did I mention Christy Sweets on this podcast before?
Christy.
So I used to play Gar, right? For Vincent's when I was younger. And after training, all the teams from Vincent's would like line up at this door. So it's like, say that door. Because Christy Sweets has his office behind that door. And he'd come out, open the door. Now he's a real old fella, like, and he had no teeth. He's dead now, but he had no teeth. And obviously because he must have eaten a load of sweets. And he'd have a grey bag of sweets. He'd have a grey bag of sweets. And he'd go, one each. He'd put his hand in, Hubba Bubba, one. And it'd literally just be loud of Hubba Bubbas, one each. All the kids line up, take one and leave. And he done that every night of the week. And I was only thinking about this the other day, like, what?
That's bizarre.
He had an office in the place. He obviously must have done work, but like, he just,
Just dealing
every
sweets.
night just dealing, but he wasn't dealing them, he's just handing them out for free. He'd go out, buy sweets, put them in a grey bag, never anything mean or anything, just Hubba Bubba.
FOC.
There you go. And now there's a plaque in Vinny saying Christy Sweets. Because he's dead.
This is going to go.
That's mad, yeah?
Black, like.
That's bizarre.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
And he had no teeth.
And that you play guy as well, man.
Say if you died, right? You know, sometimes you see a bench somewhere and that, or like that plaque, or you'd see someone's name. If you were to die, where would you want your plaque to be, or like where's somewhere in your life that you're like, that's where I'm the most, or that's where I'd want to be remembered for being.
Back right corner, Savage football.
I was going to say.
I don't know. man.
Back right corner of pitch, eh?
Very specific. There's your skill combinations. You see the Casper Ghost man just going outside cut, still cut, step over.
I don't know, man. I've been to a few places that resonate with me from like childhood and stuff like that. But I mean, there's not like one place that is like my place. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd have any place like that.
Yeah, I don't know if I have one.
Stella.
specifically.
Stella.
Born and raised.
You're Kevin's as well, Kinger, and Kilbarrack.
And Home
Stella,
Farm.
Kevin's, Home Farm,
Ah,
Kilbarrack,
you're a tracksuit
Shells.
collector.
Shells. There's a few others. There's a few others.
I reckon you keep those tracksuits in the
Phoenix. I
wardrobe.
had a 6-month loan spell at Phoenix. There was Northside Youths. Remember the
Team with the
Northside? Did you ever
1-5
hear
side
them?
team?
The
Yeah.
Northside Youths.
Ridiculous.
That's about it, I think.
No one must have been disgraced.
I don't know. Yeah, just a tracksuit collector. Yeah, but Northside Youths was Kevin's. Like, it was politics. Kevin's was breakaway into Northside Youths. Then I went to Home Farm. Then it was like back to Northside. Yeah, it makes sense when you
Do you know-
follow.
Horny man.
Did Woodlawn not come across your path when you were younger? No.
No, I never really liked Woodlawn. I know them, the NDSL team. They only played in the NDSL. But nah, never really.
Woodlawn were like our
Woodlawn.
biggest rivals, weren't they, for a while?
Really?
And Dunshaughlin, yeah.
Done shocking.
They had a player up top, man. I remember, man, O'Sheen was his name. Sick. We tried to sign him. We thought we were the big bollocks, like doing like the DDSL poaching works at like NDSL level, trying to get this fella across. Good player, though, man. Played GA, all athletes. This guy was sick, though, man.
Did you ever play in Dunboyne? Where it has the Dunboyne Hollywood sign?
Sick.
Did you ever see the Dunboyne Hollywood sign?
It's only like 15
Stuff like
minutes from
that's
us.
outrageous.
10 minutes.
They had a top facility about 10 years ago. Pele was there, actually, wasn't he?
He opened
that
it.
place, yes.
What?
Yeah,
He
Pele
opened
opened
it.
that
Yeah,
place
Pele
down
was
there.
just cruising around Dunboyne.
Said
He was
go
just
on.
in Blanche, got a Nando's. He was like, just open it up, buddy. Open up Dunboyne.
Yeah, I reckon there's a cool like nostalgic stories about like clubs like that. But Dunboyne was a sick spot for a while. It's kind of I don't know if it's still a bit if it's
I think it's
outdated
not
now.
bad.
I've
Like,
been out in
they
years.
have 2 11-a-side grass pitches,
Mm.
and then they have the cages at the back. Like, it's better than the majority of facilities you're gonna find
yeah,
these days. The coffee's one of the best there is.
Newts.
Yeah, if they looked at like if everyone used the changing rooms, that's one of my biggest pet peeves about people with training grounds. They would do anything, bar get changed where you're meant to. They will only get changed on the sideline. What is wrong? What is wrong with you?
What do you mean?
Like, so there's a changing room. There's like 8 changing rooms in the facility.
And
They
great
all go
great
pitch
dressing rooms.
side to get changed.
Are they open?
Of course,
Oh, I wouldn't say of course. I've been to many
No,
places and
they're open.
are they?
Oh, they're up.
They're very open.
Yeah, I've seen so many teams do that.
It's bizarre.
That is bizarre.
Like, not just there, just saying.
Yeah, no,
But
it's
that
everywhere,
level
that's what I'm
oriented
saying.
as well, though.
Like, do you mean like by expectation people just expect to have a dressing room at certain
No,
levels?
I mean it's community football. I mean it's not like it's National League or like DDSL Premier, for example.
yeah, but I'd rather put me shorts on without getting blown over.
Yeah, but I mean, you wouldn't know any better as a kid or as a young teenager. Like, it's all led by
You're a charity, that's what.
you're led by your parents
A
or your
change
staff or
room is a
whatever.
change room. If that makes me a Charlie, I'm a Charlie.
Minute is an unbelievable facility. Tell you what's underrated in football: car parks.
Yeah,
Car parks going to venues, man. Having a guaranteed car parking space. Oh, these things they can't be bought. You know what I mean?
Most clubs in
You got to play in
Dublin
Kevin's
are
or Stella or
Stella,
anyway.
yeah.
It's you spend about half an hour trying to find.
yeah,
That's the worst.
trying to
That
watch
is
you
bad.
and
nightmare.
Tolka Kinger.
Oh
Tell
yeah,
you what.
Oh, that's bad as well. We used to pay tenner to go to our own games. You got charged a tenner to park a car at your own games. Stella's so bad though. Stella is like the pitch, and then there's like a little
You couldn't swing
square,
a car.
and then there's like a shared little tiny car park with an apartment block.
Yeah.
That's obviously gonna be jammed because it's an apartment block, and it's just the
There's
road.
like 6 spaces.
How bad is that road outside Stella? Little
Yeah.
road. That's
we
the shittiest
spoke
road.
about this before.
in
It's
Ireland.
the worst road
Have
in
we?
the world. Yeah, it's the worst road in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Especially where literally just outside Tolka, where it has that the scoreboard, and just at the gate, the red gate.
Yeah.
That when you're on the way down, and then you've the club on your right hand side,
Yeah.
like the kind of green area. That, and then you've got people coming this way and coming out instead of this way. That 3-way interchange.
Honestly.
Like, where does one go?
It's a nightmare.
It's,
a nightmare.
it's very.
I clipped a wing mirror there before
Did you
and
stop?
just drove off.
Did you?
Yeah, I swear to God, yeah.
Imagine the person who hears that now.
To smash it, or is it just like?
There was a clip in, but I mean, it
Moved
could have
it,
done a
like-
bit of damage. I didn't see, like. But I've been there many a time, and people have clipped bumpers, and you'd miss it by what 2 minutes or whatever. It's a nightmare. Also, driving around Glasnevin, and when you're going into Whitehall, do you know what's like where Stella is, and even just like it's like the start of town. I find those roads where I used to really hard to drive on. And then I remember I brought Rory Kirk back to my gaff before, and there's where our gaff is at the end of a lane with grass going through the middle of it. You want to see Rory's hold, because he's from Brahini, only used to like main road, holding onto the side of the car like that.
It's ditch on either
Shit in
side.
a brick, man.
Is this where you live now?
All the ditches. And
So they jump out of lane.
I just couldn't
Yeah.
fathom cows in the field. Like, it's like what?
Do you find that, Kirk?
Yeah, I for years have been really, I hate going down back roads, and the worst thing that ever happened to was actually I was in the burn and I was trying to get back to Mullingar to go to my auntie's, and if you go on Google Maps they bring you down back roads for some reason, set them right way, and I ended up somewhere it was just one lane, and that really stressed me out when I'm driving, and then so I'd forgotten about that, and it was when I was driving down your lane with the ice at Christmas, and I was like. I was stressed, and like I had to pull in and stop, have a breather for 5 minutes after I got to your house. I don't know how you drive like you do on it as well. It's not like bad, it's just like grand. Yeah, that'll swing around the corners. But I'm like, I go down 30, going down to the bends and all in there. Like, I'm not like that as a driver, but it's just crazy. Are you?
It is.
Would you be like that?
We
Karen?
grew up on the
I'd
old
be like
roads.
that on country roads. I think there's a country
It's
road.
fair though.
Where's the country? I don't know. You might know the road. It's going onto the main road. I always take it by accident. I'm terrible with towns and places.
Are you talking about Cook?
No, the motorway.
How do you think we know?
I don't know. I don't have an answer. I don't have an answer. It's after Selbridge. If I was going from Selbridge, Astro Park,
Yeah.
to Carlow, and I went the wrong way, and I went up towards the motor. I don't know how to explain it. If you're going to a motorway, I'm not going the one. I'm not going the main. Anyway, there's this bendy road, and it's awful. I always drive at night if I go the wrong way, and it is honestly awful. If there was cars coming the other way when I go on a bend, I'm dead. Like, I'm
Yeah,
not-
car. When I was driving through the burn, there was another Dublin car racing down to it. There was no space for roads. It was like inches away from just smashing into the front of me. I find people
Some
mental who
people
drive like
so
that.
risky on them roads though. Like
Oh.
super silly
Oh,
stuff.
that other road, when we were driving out to the Airbnb for when we went on the Christmas, like that, those roads really scared me. The up and down, my car started sliding down and everything.
That doesn't really bother me. We're kind of used to that.
There, yeah.
There is some dicey ones though. There's one out towards Nace, and if you take a route down this you're hitting the road in spots, man. It's just every so often.
I didn't even know it, yeah.
Yeah, I've been on a few dodgy
Horrendous.
roads. Yeah, there's one at the back of Wexford where my man are in the summer, and it's not even a 1-car road. It's a half-car road. It's a nightmare. But yeah, Jesus, I tell you what though, some of the heavy. What's the term for those heavy vehicles? HRVs or something? I don't bleeding know. The big ass ones. That,
SUVs.
no, they carry the
HGVs.
crates. Like,
HGV,
yeah.
heavy goods vehicles. Yeah,
oh
that's what
Jesus
it's-
Christ, lads, they'd be flying like 70 kilometers. But with that weight, it's just like a big elephant coming towards you, and then you have to like, you're so like scared of hitting the truck, so you need to look at the other ditch and you just blank out that. So it's like, look, I'm just gonna get as tight to this as I can. If he hits me, so what? I mean, I do my best. It's crazy.
That's nuts.
My car's bits out the back of the state of it. It's just so dirty. All
Yeah.
the muck puddles and all. But yeah, that's the diddly. So yeah, what time is it? Is that us?
That's us. That's us.
No, that's us. Goodbye.